I know you're thinking the same thing that I was. The water's supposed to be on the outside. Now, before you picture us calling for the lifeboats, let me just stop you there. This sort of thing, it is a regular occurrence on these older ships. They tend to have a few kinks that need to be worked out from time to time. Now, despite this taking place on the Canadian Thanksgiving weekend, our office was on it immediately. They were organizing repairmen, parts, and travel for these people faster than you can say, "What are you sinking about?" This sort of response is the difference between something staying an incident and turning into an emergency. Now, this all began in Goderich, Ontario, where we loaded both treated and untreated salt bound for Chicago. We also welcome aboard 2 representatives from the Algoma office. They came on to carry out a scheduled ballast tank inspection. This meant that we had to open several tank covers so that they could take a close look inside and then reseal them again once the inspection had been completed. Now, due to the draft limits in Chicago, we couldn't refill the tanks to test for leaks before sailing. In Chicago, we faced a common issue with the untreated salt. It doesn't like to move. The cargo set up in cliffs that look more like the White Cliffs of Dover than something meant to run on a conveyor system. For safety reasons, no one entered the hold. Instead, the crew worked from the tunnel using vibrators and sledgehammers to free the salt. It took a couple of long shifts, but teamwork and a lot of patience got the job done safely. About 6 hours after sailing from Chicago, it was reported to me that we had water coming into the tunnel. So I put on my boots and my hard hat and I went down to have a look. I found 3 ballast tank covers that were leaking water into the tunnel. After finding the leaks, I reported immediately to the office with pictures of what I had found. Now, because the tunnel hadn't been cleaned yet, I had to treat the water inside the tunnel as cargo residue water. Now, this meant that we had to stay outside 12 nautical miles before we could pump the tunnel out into the lake. At this stage, we were already inside 12 miles. So I had to go up to the wheelhouse and change our track so that we could comply with environmental regulations. Just as we thought we'd seen it all, a crack in cargo hold 4 opened up and let loose a small waterfall from the ballast tank into the cargo hold. Because it was up high, we quickly reduced the tank level a few feet, which stopped the ingress. Within minutes, everything was stable again. It's moments like this that show how experience, training, and support keep the operation safe and steady. From the moment the report went in, the office coordinated a repair team to meet us in Bruce Mines. They arrived right on schedule with parts, tools, and a plan ready to go. By the time we reached Detroit for the next unload, everything was watertight again. Then in Goderich, a second team came aboard to repair the crack in cargo hold 4, completing the job perfectly. Their professionalism and quick actions kept us on track with very minimal delays. Now the ship is watertight again. And those same ballast tank covers and that steel plate that was in the cargo hold, they were already scheduled for replacement this winter. Sometimes things just don't wait for the calendar. Incidents like this come with operating heritage tonnage, but they also show the strength of teamwork, from the crew to shore to management, all pulling together to keep the vessel safe and on schedule. So no, the ship wasn't sinking. It was just a gentle reminder that maintenance never sleeps and good support makes all the difference. All across the Great Lakes and all around the world, shipping is a team effort. And remember, the water's supposed to be on the outside.